All right, we're back, everybody. Hey,
Hi, everybody.
happy Halloween. All right, so I'm Fran,
Angie.
and we are Champagne and Double Talk.
Hi.
So we got our cool little Halloween shirts on,
Yes, we do.
and yeah, we had a little, technical difficulty, but we're
Right.
back,
We're back, and
and yeah, we're ready.
like my shirt is kind of cool. Franny got it. It says, "If you got it, haunt it."
Mm.
So,
And mine says, "Broom hair, don't
don't
care."
care. Hi.
So
So this is the show before Halloween.
Halloween.
A lot of people feel really some kind of way about Halloween. I will say that I
It's always been a good time for
I
us.
mean, because we like playing dress up
I
and
mean,
stuff.
yeah,
Who
I mean,
doesn't?
one year I was like this sexy pirate. I was chilling. I was amazing.
Mhm.
And yeah, Halloween is fun. Halloween is like at Christmas, like that Christmas con. We did that.
Right.
We did Christmas con. We did. Did we do it one time
What?
in Florida?
Oh, right. Like it's this Christmas. It's like a bar hop kind of thing,
Right.
really, where
Yeah.
everybody's kind of dressed as like Mrs. Claus or a
Mm-hmm.
sexy elf or something like that, and it's going from bar to bar.
Yeah, we
It's
were about 10
yeah.
years. We're about 10 years younger than we are now.
It's like it was like it was what was it? Our birthday. It was like St. Patrick's Day for Christmas,
Right.
because that's
Yeah,
what it was
yeah.
like.
It was
It's
crazy. It
super
was
cool
nice.
though.
Loved it. I
Mm.
think Rob did it once too. He was like Mr. Freeze. And he said,
Halloween crawl.
yeah, my man, and yeah, he no, not Halloween, Christmas
Christmas.
con, and he
Okay.
was like Mr. Freeze from I'm Mr. He Miser. Remember that back in the
Right.
days?
Yeah.
I'm
So dating,
so,
dating.
yeah. Anyway, he one of his really good friends, Nancy, had an idea, and he had like uh freaking mashed potato flakes in his pocket, and he would just kind of like it was snow, which I think is like a really cool idea. I wouldn't mind doing that again.
I mean, even for weddings, that's a great idea. Because
Mm.
rice, sometimes it gets in people's ears.
But that dehydrated potato, it's maybe that's not a good idea either, huh?
Why?
Won't it expand or some shit like that? Anyway, we digress.
No, right. We digress. Hi, everybody. We are here just to talk about stuff. I think we didn't really put what our topic was about. We just said that what we'd be featuring,
Right.
and that's the champagne. So this is
Cheers.
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 Mm-hmm.
We've already been drinking. We started already.
We did.
Mm.
So
Mm.
this is a sparkling brut wine from Hollingsworth Cellars.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at, I'm going to post his link in the bio, but Mr. Michael Hollingsworth,
Of Harlem, New York.
I mean, truly, I mean, when you're talking about fashion, and you're talking about like footwear, just a lifestyle, this, this man is really, he is all of that.
And his sparkling wine is yet another feather in his cap.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been studying wine for over 30 years. And including within the last 10 years, perfecting his own blend, which is what we're having now, batch 69
of his sparkling brut wine. And
I think it's good.
I do too. So, with a lot of so what people sometimes don't get about champagne is just because it's not color. They think maybe wine or grapes give color, but even like Pinot Noir or black or dark grapes or manure, those grapes. No, how do you say that again?
I don't know.
Right. Anyway, these grapes. No, right. Sorry. But these grapes are not always kind of white grapes like in your Chardonnay. And I'm not sure what the blend is here, but it just like I think if I had to compare it to something, just like Dom Perignon, it took a minute to open up, but once it did, really, really nice.
I think it's very similar to number 24, Laurent Perrier. I think
Ah,
it's very
the
light.
Grassy Clay?
The Grassy Clay, exactly. It's
It's
what I
nice.
nice, very smooth, and of course, the he cultivated his grapes from Napa. So, as you know,
Sparkling
if
wine.
it's sparkling wine, because if it is not
Made
in
Champagne,
Champagne, France, it is not considered champagne, which is crap. But it is what
It's the same process, just you can't call it champagne. I think
right,
there's
right,
like
right.
one or two in Napa that have a distinction, but that was a special case. It's not something that's normal at all. But this so really nice.
It is.
I don't know the price point.
Right.
I don't.
Thank you so much, Michael. This is amazing. Thank you for sending us this photo.
It really is. I love it.
So, we're going to have his link in our bio after we go up live, and hit him up. At hollingsworthsoul@gmail if you have any questions, and you can also follow him on Instagram at
Mr. Michael
or
Hollingsworth
or Hollingsworth1. So, let's get into it.
What are we talking about? We're talking about okay, so cell phones, right? I mean, there's this meme of Beyonce and Jay-Z at a basketball game years ago, where Jay-Z is on his phone and you could see, Beyonce like literally kind of side-eyeing, trying to figure out what he's doing on his phone. So, even someone as amazing as Beyonce, wants to know what's up, right? What her man is doing on the phone, right? Right.
So, so cell phones being what they are, very personal, and you're downloading apps you want, you are managing work, entertainment, social media, all these things. But when you're in a committed relationship,
sometimes sometimes things could get a little especially if somebody kind of sees what's going on your phone. How many times I've dated people who they've been on their phones and I'm sitting next to them and a text or a banner or something comes in and it's like this instinctive kind of, and it's like, well, what are you hiding?
It's instinctive kind of
hide, right?
But when you are in a committed relationship, like I ask my man to pass me his phone, and you ask your man to
right.
So we
if
use
something
each
is
other's
not working
devices
here,
for
I want to
whatever
show you
reason.
something. Yeah. So something not working here, I want to show you something. It's like, okay, well, give me your phone, and it's like.
Right, like how many people are like giving it like freely, like, here, no problem.
Yeah.
You know my password anyway, so here, take it.
Yeah.
Versus, nah, I'll look into it myself. What do you need to know? Right. So,
Baby, there are memes of men who would die.
Really?
Like funny memes who would die. Like if a girl said, give me your phone, they're like this. They're like this.
Exactly. It's
like whoop, and they're just like, no.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I have seen so many memes where dudes are on their deathbed and will wake up from the dead to snatch their phone out of their, woman's hands.
Right.
So in the event that you do use your man's device for whatever reason, and you can X out Gmail, Messenger, whatever the F, whatever, and or you don't, right? Because that's your man and it is what it is. But what if you leave something behind or like in my case, I'll say it out loud, my man had my phone, and, initially, this was, this is pretty early in our relationship, before we really, not before we really knew, but he had seen some things that weren't great, and it bothered him, and I had given him access to my phone, but I didn't give him permission to look through my phone, which is what he did. So the question of today is primarily that, like, does access, just because he can see it, even if it's through side eye, whatever, equal permission? Right. Like, did I give you permission? And do I need to give you permission to access that?
Well, so if somebody has your phone, right, and I don't know, they're looking at things or you gave them access, it's so easy to just click on messages and I don't know, scroll through and like, what's this person doing? And I know a lot of people who do that.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Personally, it's distasteful. Oh, this is the champagne that we're
Keep going.
Oh, so it's distasteful to me. I'm not a snooper. I mean, I have girlfriends who have sniffed underwear. Who I'm just saying, like that. When you talk about if the dude is out, what's going on?
I mean, let's talk about. We can even bring it to the movies. We talked about Beyonce, but let's take it to like, Why Did I Get Married Too? I mean, Angela, and Marcus. If anyone, everyone kind of knows who they are as a couple. I think it's Michael John White and is it Sidra Smith? At any rate, is it Sidra Smith who plays Michelle? Who plays Angie in Why Did I Get Married Too? I mean, they're twins. We love them.
Yes, we do.
It is her.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And in this movie, she made it a point and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna need your password. I need to see what's going on." And he was basically like, he gave her a dummy phone. He in the end, he like pretended like he was being all forthcoming and gave her a dummy phone.
So here's the thing. Why do you need it? If you're in a loving relationship, why do you need to see what they're doing? And that's what I think you have to ask yourself.
And why? Right. And why
and this is different from, I don't know, happening on something, or you're looking at something with them on their phone and a banner or something comes up and they go like this. Okay, maybe you can say, well, why did you hide that? Like, what was that?
And
maybe.
Right. And I guess the real question is, does trust equal access? Like, if we're in a committed relationship, I need to know your password. I need to be all up in your private spaces.
That's a lot. I don't know that I want that, and I certainly wouldn't demand it from anybody.
Well, is it a condition of trust? But is it a condition?
I think it's the opposite of trust. I think it's you know what? I trust you, but I want to verify. Or I want the option to verify when I want. And I don't think that's trust at all. I don't. And let's be clear. If you are somebody over the age of 21 or 2 or 5 or 30, and you've dated a person or two, or you've connected or shared numbers, or online, we could talk about DMs. People are going to reach out, and sometimes it doesn't mean anything. Sometimes people are just being nice in their responses or replies. And it doesn't mean that, oh my God, this person is cheating on me, right? Or this person wants to. What it really means is, this person might have interest.
So what if, now you mentioned cheating. What if relationships, they have, they evolve. They, just like time, they change, they move, people make mistakes, even married people. And what if there was an issue where cheating was a situation? Now, when you're committed to work on that and bring that relationship, back to, this wholeness, does that mean I should have access?
So that's a hard one, because the cheater has to do everything they need to do to prove that I'm sorry and I won't do it again.
Right.
So the cheater has to basically say, okay, what I understand about cheaters is that after a while they're like, look, I said I won't do it anymore. I'm tired of being checked. And so that's where I think that's when it comes down to either you forgive me or you don't.
Right. And so and and how long does it, and that takes, that's different from everyone.
everybody.
But that's interesting because it is about, it is like enough is enough is enough, right? Like
After
I'm
a while,
tired.
like I'm here. I said, I'm sorry. I'm trying. If we're trying, then you're not always going to persecute me for this.
Right.
You're not always going to bring this up or check up on it.
And quite frankly, that's immature.
I can't imagine
I think it's
that
immature, and I think it's immature. I think if you are in a committed relationship, and I know it's hard for younger people, and you decide to forgive, you literally have to forgive. You have to move forward with the assumption that this person is not going to hurt you in that way again. Mm-hmm. And God forbid, if and or when they do, then you have a decision to make.
Right.
You truly do. And I don't think passwords and access is going to change that.
Exactly. So, I mean, I don't know.
So here's this juxtaposition, right, of having a very private thing, a very, your cell phone, right?
And they are private.
Right.
They really are.
You literally wake up, reach for it, go to the bathroom, access it. There is absolutely nothing you do without your cell phone.
But what about for the people who are just seeing what they could see, exes or people who have your number, who send the random, hey, how's it going text, right? Mm-hmm. Well, what they're really doing is kind of checking up on you and what's going on. And even if you respond, hey, oh, everything is going great. So now we're talking about access equal permission, right? So if somebody was to see some of these, I don't know, text messages, and you're in a relationship, it can cause a real problem.
Right.
And I know that it has for people. I mean, I'm not sure of the statistics, because, we literally talked about what we were going to talk about today. But I can guarantee that a lot of relationships have suffered and or ended because of things that didn't really mean anything. So how do you convey that? Something that might look kind of crazy, but isn't anything. Like,
then it falls to the whole, just because you have access does not mean I gave you permission. Like, people who have the audacity to feel like in my situation, I can only use mine, like betrayed. It's like, well, okay, we'll talk about that first, but we're going to talk about how I felt betrayed, because I didn't say that you could look through my phone per se. Like, I'm not saying that that's the situation, but do you know what I mean? It's almost like this double kind of like.
But if they saw something that was kind of fishy, right? Can't they keep looking? I mean, if their interest is piqued and something that didn't look good,
no,
is it natural for them to kind of just keep?
Yes, it is natural. But is it appropriate? Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. I mean, I will definitely say that in my situation anyway, I mean, of course it ended well, however, it is still this kind of dual betrayal. Like, you saw something, it's like,
that may have or may not
it's like
have meant something.
It's like 0 to 100. It's like Drake, right? You're gonna see some shit that you don't want to see. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't go in the trash looking for shit. Like, that's not your job, and in the event that something like that goes down, and you're able to walk it out, talk it out, and be stronger after, God is good. Like being an open book in some situations is good. And it's good.
Right. I have something to that. So right. So in your situation, it was like, okay, we made amends and it's all good. I will say this.
Why not? Why not what? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I say this. Oh, don't agree. I say this. If somebody sees something, right, it's okay. If their feelings were hurt, stay in that moment, right? Because right now, it's not intent, it's impact. And if the impact on that person is they're hurt by what they saw, you cannot come at them
No.
with, but you betrayed
Right.
my trust. Like,
Well,
you cannot.
no, you can't.
Wait. What you have to
You're
do
right,
is
you're
address
right.
that. Like, you have to address that. You have to say,
I
I'm
agree,
sorry.
I agree.
You have to say what it meant or what it didn't mean, and you have to acknowledge how they felt. Period.
I agree.
Period.
100%.
But there is a flip side to that. There is a flip side to, hey,
right, because you're two
But-
people, right?
right.
You're two people
But you
in a
had a choice.
relationship.
You had a choice too to keep looking and or not, right? And if you're looking and looking and looking and looking, or still looking, then I don't know.
Lethano,
Tell us like
tell us what
why
you
you
don't
didn't
agree.
agree.
I'm just
Because
really
we're like,
curious.
I'm interested. If you don't agree, like seriously, if you think that if somebody sees something and they don't like what they see, then it's not a trust issue. It's a you fix what you saw issue.
Right. I really do want to see. I want to know what it is you don't agree with. That's really important to me. Because
I mean, because I mean, the whole point of this is for
dialogue,
discussion and
right?
dialogue,
Exactly.
right? Because I don't agree that they're equal. I don't agree that the transgression or the trust is equal. Hi, I do agree though that if somebody is hurt by it, then you have got to fix that.
Right.
You have got to say, "Hey, sorry," and then
like
how
like everything else.
Mhm.
One is one, two is two. So yeah, you are definitely going to address the person. You're not gonna be on the defense and defend actions that
Right.
may or may not be appropriate.
Again, it's the perception, right?
Exactly.
And the perception is not yours. Even if nothing is going
it's
about
on.
it, right? Like again, and it's been my situation a few times. Like seriously, nothing. It's been nothing, and people have just kind of been like, "Hey, what's up?" Right?
Right.
And I've been kind of polite in a relationship and or out. I mean, if you went through the history of some of my, I know, threads with people who I've been in communication with,
Mm-hmm.
you would think, "Oh my God, did you have something?" And it's like, I'm nice, I'm kind,
Mm-hmm.
Or
I'm not gonna tell people to go
right.
fuck themselves and get off my
thread, like lose
reach
my
out to me,
number,
right? Don't reach out to me. I don't want you. I don't like you. I don't want you.
That's not anything that I would do.
And so herein lies like I said, two people, and you address the person who of course they went and saw what they shouldn't have saw, and they have a problem with that because they accessed what they didn't have permission to. However, that's what you need to address. That's what I did.
Right.
And then
you can't talk about
right. And it was months later until I was like, well, we've never talked about the betrayal that I felt. I literally let you.
How'd that go?
It was a quiet moment. I think it was a quiet moment. I think there was definitely some introspection there. Like, wow,
I never
right.
thought of, like, okay.
Exactly. Because it's all fun and games when you're accepting all the apologies, right? But now when you have to give them, it's another, situation entirely.
Right. Or after some time has passed, right? And you understand, more about the person you've grown stronger in love, right?
Right.
And you
right.
get that person never meant that.
Right.
And you understand that, all of that probably was nothing, right?
Is nothing.
Is nothing. Was and is nothing.
Right.
So here now you're in a space where you can hear that. Because I know, like, for me, when I was like, okay, because so lessons learned, right? I'm really good about that. If somebody tells me, hey, what their situation was, I'm clear. I'm really good at saying, oh man, you know what? I get that.
Right.
So I know for me, when I was like, hey, well, we've got to address this too. And he was like, are you serious? Like, are you kidding? And I was like, no. But you know what? it doesn't matter right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to say it only for him to understand that, and maybe it didn't apply in the same way, right? Because it's not like I said, here's my phone.
Right.
Right. It wasn't that way. But, you know, here's the thing. If somebody doesn't feel good about something they saw, it is your job to say it didn't mean anything, and I'm sorry.
Unpack it.
And you can't mitigate that sorry. You can't say, "Oh, I'm sorry," but it's and when I said I'm sorry, my but in terms of we gotta address this other piece. When he said, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, but we don't talk about that right now." Because I understand that it takes time, and let's deal with this one first. And you know, I'm a Girl Scout. I mean, when I say that, I mean it. Like I mean, sometimes I'm nice to a fault. I've been told that I'm too nice, even. But you know,
look, nice has nothing to do with it.
No, nice to people. Like,
let
so
me
here's
finish.
the thing. Wait.
You can. You know, she always cut me off.
No.
Like, and I'm a little tipsy because this shit is like great. Like I'm like this already. So
like, and it's so bubbly. It's the bubbliest, sparkling champagne that I've ever had.
It really is.
I mean,
I should have taken a
like,
picture.
I
It was
know, like the bubbles.
It's like
crazy.
fireworks.
Fireworks.
Love it. So it was right. It was like fireworks.
Look at this.
So look, here's the situation. Trust is a big deal in any committed relationship.
Yeah.
And you want the person that you love to trust you, and you want to be able to trust that person. I just don't believe access to cell phones, you know, is something that that speeds that along, or that stop it, Samuel,
but
or that
you know what I really want to talk about
that equals trust. I don't think that devices and access to them equal trust. I just don't. I never will. Will.
I'd like to talk to the people who believe. I'd like to talk to the people who believe that they should be able to look. That looking is important. That
who believe that you should be able to look.
Passwords are important. Like,
I want to know who believes that you should be able to look. I want to know. Let's talk about it. I agree with Fran. Oh, thanks, Key. Good evening, ladies. Okay. I disagree with the assumption that the cheater won't cheat again. I say one must believe that the cheater won't cheat again. Personally, I am not staying with someone who stepped out on me because I stayed up front. If you need to cheat, you need to leave. So cheating. Let's talk about
that. Three Love. He says, I believe a woman should look. Is it because men generally have more to hide? Because you said a woman should look,
not people,
right?
And so now,
because I'll ask Bree really quick. I'm sorry. I'll ask you if some, I don't know, random or old ex seeing what he could see.
She's never done it.
Okay, you haven't done it. Good. That's good. I mean, I'm saying, but if some old random kind of says, "Hey, what's up?"
Women.
Yeah, both. Okay, I get it. Because I really believe that you are really, really, really opening yourself up to a lot of, I don't know, issue like stress that you don't need. Because a lot of times it's nothing. If you met someone over the age of 20 or whatever, you know, they had people before you that'll always say, "Hey, what's up?" If their relationship was kind of then maybe you have the conversation like, "Look, I saw that. Don't have a problem. She gonna try what she gonna try, or he gonna try what he's gonna try. Because look at you, right?" What I would say is, hey, dead that. Tell them that, nice.
So trust. So here it is. So I'm sorry, I need to cut you off, but so here's what it boils down to. So trust in what devices tell you, or trust in that person, right? So you know, like forget those devices and those people who are trying it, with the person that you love. But I trust this person so much. It doesn't matter who's trying to get at him, or who's what that person is trying to do, or what other people, what exterior, like people, from outside are trying to penetrate. I know the person that I'm with, right? And I know that it's a no. It's like freaking Wonder Woman bangles. Like, he's like there's no way in the world he's even accepting that. And he should believe that there's no way in the world that I'm accepting it, because he knows me. He knows who I am.
So if he said, hey, friend, I want all your passwords to your phone, Facebook, Instagram, everything. Well, how would you feel?
I would say, take my phone and look through it yourself. I don't feel like that kind of information is necessary. Shit, I don't even look. My phone remembers all that shit. I have no idea what my passwords are. If I'm keeping it real, I have no idea what my passwords are. I have no idea. And if
even
I get
champagne and doubles on something, you're like, what's the password again?
Yeah, look. I'm 52. I ain't got time for that shit. However, I would just pass my phone off, and it would be like if you want to look, you can look. There's no way in the world I would ever be like shady about the shit. I have no reason to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm living my best life.
I have to say this. I'm in a committed relationship, and that hasn't been the case for a really long time. Like for me, a really long time. Right. So for me, it's always been like, I respond, be nice, but if I don't respond, if it's like, hey, how you doing? Like, I might not respond.
But people who are in situations where they don't, it is something that they're working on, trust. And I don't say it to be, flippant or even a braggart about, the trust in my situation. I say it because when you are in a situation similar, or anyone for that matter, you'll know it. It won't even be a question of what they can or can't see. I think the real egregious part in all that is like, oh wow, you don't trust me?
Well,
because I want to be, because above anything, I want to be trusted. I want to be in a situation where someone isn't side-eyeing me.
Right, but if they need your passwords, honestly, for me, and even for the cheaters, if the person who's forgiving you needs your passwords, you are not forgiven.
Right.
You are not forgiven. And understand that, right? So talk about that. So say, hey, you said you forgave me, but you want my passwords. That's not forgiving. But if you need this, you've got to be able to give it to him.
Well, let's talk about Derek Jackson, right? Yeah. What happened with him?
Okay.
And his wife, and how the memes and the people, the jokes and the trash bags and the this.
Because let's be honest, they brought it on themselves. Look, the way she came on.
What about DL from the Heat Challenge, and him and Nevaeh, the singer, DP. What did I say?
But DL? That to me wasn't anything. Again, I don't think
DP was on a DL.
When he was right. But he's not married. Who knows if it was a break? We don't know anything about that. But if we're talking about people in a marriage like Derek Jackson.
Well, no, we're not. We're talking about people in committed relationships. That's what we were talking about.
Committed relationships and marriage to me are two different things.
Well, we marriage, I'm not married. You're not married.
Right. But I'm in a committed relationship.
Right. And that is, look, I never met, like, I think you just met, I never mentioned marriage once in this situation. You did. Now, married couples who go out like that.
But Derek Jackson is married. He is married to them.
You're right. He is.
He is married to her. He's married to and she's
but
like,
you know what? Derek Jackson was on his own. He was on one. He was really feeling himself. He was fucking around with women who he felt he should be with, versus
who he was,
the type of woman that he was married to. Because let's face it, she just really, and even in their, little
videos.
She
did
did not
come
go
off
through all the
across
trouble
as right
of being
as like fly
right.
or as like kind of together or had something to say. It was only after the first video that she came out with something. It was crazy. But
we are going to it's going to be really interesting when we edit this because I want to superimpose a picture
of her.
Like, no, of you and me.
Right.
And when we, but with makeup and without this shit.
Oh, right. Like who
makeup would have been her best friend when she did that. that I forgive my man his apology to
I know. I mean, it should have been a Beyonce moment for her. She should have been so fly. She should have been like so hot that people would have been like, "What were you thinking, Derek?" But instead, it was so blah.
This champagne is so good. Like I literally feel like.
look. Cheers.
I like this. Yeah, right?
Me too.
Awesome.
I like it. Thank you, Michael Hollingsworth.
Right,
again, Hollingsworth Cellars, Bat 69.
Got about 10 minutes.
Sparkling brut wine. It's a yay for us.
It really is. We love it. We love it. Thank you so much for giving us the bottle. We love it.
We do.
Now remember, if you guys want us to drink and talk about your offerings, and champagne or what, like, send us bottles. Send us bottles. We love it.
Oh, look. So somebody just said, Jennifer, actually, my sister, she said, she gives her husband all the passwords just in case of emergencies like, death, sickness. It's not about snooping. And that's right. The truth is, if something awful happens to me, I want somebody to have access to my pages.
Who else is going to go in and manage them when you, like, I think even Facebook has this kind of option where you can literally
name someone who can take over your account. God forbid, if something happens to you. So I think that's important too. Like, honestly, I don't do anything online. Nothing online that I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I don't want my boo to see this.
And then the people who do shit that's a little suspect and you don't want your boo to see that shit, look, you have a decision to make. Stop. Or let that man go so he can find or woman go so they can find someone who's true blue. Right. Because we don't want much from this life that we're living, right?
Just love, right? Yeah, everybody deserves that,
right? And with someone we can count on and trust and
depend on,
exactly,
right? And
and look, that does not cancel out mistakes that are made, but you want to be better.
Trust that are betrayed,
right? Trust that's broken.
Broken, even if it's perceived to be broken, even if it's nothing, and they feel that, you gotta really give it to them.
And again, it's that period in time, and if you're committed and you're committed to work on it, that you are gonna, you're gonna survive. You're gonna, get beyond that, and life is good, right?
It really is. It really is. Even past these little bumps, right? In love and in relationships. It's a marathon. So, enjoy the run.
Not a sprint.
Right.
We're human. Right. So, look, good, bad, funny.
Good, bad, funny. Good with that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't have, what's a good thing with.
What's been good in your life?
What's good in my life? Good in my life is my puppy. Oh my God, he's a lot of work. He's so energetic. I mean, the reason I even wanted a French Bulldog is because they're like cool, chill dogs. Mine is not. He is so, he's like in the best shape. He wants to run. Like, he's a runner. It doesn't matter how he wants to run. And I love him, but oh my God.
My puppy is so tired. My puppy is there fighting his little cousin.
Not fighting,
playing all day long. It's like, but the way they play, it makes me feel like, oh my God.
It's stressful. Like, I was stressed all day today. I was like, oh my God, these dogs. So
for me, good. my baby turned 1 year old. My little baby is one.
He is one. He's
I'm getting married.
Engagements are really good news, right?
And
So,
yeah, that's good. So those are the two good things.
Bad. What's the bad
Good.
thing?
Bad.
Bad is, I'm sorry I'm sorry that I made anybody feel terrible about anything they saw on my phone. I'm sorry. Truthfully, whether they snooped or not, if you saw it and it had an effect on you that wasn't good, I'm sorry. And that's real.
Bad. I'm gonna say it was You on Netflix. I was fucking totally fucking yo. This season was crazy. I'm glad there's another season.
I thought the second season was worse.
It was, but this season was like it was beyond. It was like really. It was too much.
Oh, I have another bad then.
What?
Zendaya really wasn't in Dune. Not this one. Maybe part 2, Zendaya is gonna have like a
Why
real...
there are 2 parts to this Dune?
Yeah.
I couldn't even get through the first 30 minutes.
I thought it was great because I
Really?
love Timothy Chalamet. So for me, looking at him and Oscar Isaac was like great.
Oh yeah.
Because I love them both.
Oh, what about him in Scenes from a Marriage?
I love Scenes from a Marriage. It's
That
so
shit was
real,
amazing.
kind of, and not good,
Oh.
but bad. Scenes of a Marriage, HBO Max. If you have it,
what was her name again?
Jessica Chastain.
Oh,
she's
she was
amazing.
I mean, seriously. And then they did it like real actors. We got to see them walk on set
And like the people and
crazy.
camera and action. You got to see things. I loved everything about the production of Scenes from a Marriage.
Watching them just transform or morph into their characters. It's like something.
Scenes from a Marriage. I think there were 5 episodes.
Yeah, they're definitely getting Emmys for that. I mean, seriously,
it's amazing. It's amazing. If you've been married, you get it, and if you haven't been married, you're like, what?
Just their acting
is amazing.
Just the whole kind of.
The fact that they could turn it on and off like that.
Oh my God.
It makes me think differently about them as actors. But so what's your funny?
Oh, it's my baby's birthday. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
Oh, so he was my good and my funny. So
what's my funny?
He ate his cake and he loved it, and he just was, looking at it. It was crazy to watch his lip just kind of keep curling. It was he loved it. It was awesome.
I don't know that I have a funny.
Let me see your nails. They're so pretty.
Oh, you do? So look, they're black. I got black nails for Halloween. So let's see. But do I have a funny?
For what? Just in general?
Just in general. Yeah.
What have we laughed about lately? Quickly. Nothing. Really.
Nothing. I'm crocheting again. I think that whole old lady habit. But it gives me peace, so I do it. It gives me a lot of peace, and my job is a little stressful. I have a real job.
Hit us up. What do you guys want to hear or talk about? Chances are, if you want to hear it and talk about it, we've done it and can do that for you. We will see you guys in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks, or maybe even next week. I might be back here in Philly, or you might come to Virginia.
Yeah, let's do it.
And I know we're going to be in New York.
The first right after Halloween. Yeah, we can't wait.
Yeah, so we're going to be there. So we might do another live. Just because. So, hey, we love it.
What else? Oh,
and we're going to get more of this, Michael.
Oh, for sure. Michael, we love it. Thank you.
We do. Thank you.
Hit us up. I just want to say thank you to Trish PA. Thank you for the love and support, and everyone else who's supported us and gone to our store and purchase something. We appreciate that tremendously.
Christmas is coming up. I think like some of the things are really cool that we have.
Should have like a potion, not in this, putting something else, like a little
Oh.
potion, like drinks, like with oh, Troy and like we gotta do something with you guys.
Troy and
sure.
Trevor party.
Yeah, you guys. I saw that video you guys put
They
up. Was
made a
amazing.
drink. The drink looked great,
Yeah,
right? It was like a
it
blue
did.
green.
And then the one with the didn't they have some with like smoke coming out of it?
I thought so.
Yeah, great. We want to try that. Let's get together. And what else?
Nothing else. You know, we've got fans, we've got t-shirts, we've got some oh, I really do like the little sequin bag. It's like one of my favorite little things. And the champagne cubes. They're 10 calories each, but like peach, mimosa, like all kind of different things.
And our champagne bag, it's kept our champagne cold all night.
Right. And it's like leak proof. Honestly,
it's amazing. We love it.
It's a great bag.
It is our go-to for sure. So you get one too. And thank you. So that's it.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Bye. Enjoy. Be safe.
Bye.